Welcome to Sensational Living with Liliana. Today we're going to do some fudgesicles. We're going to put a little bit of a Mexican twist on it. When I was growing up, my mother used to make us Mexican chocolate. So this really reminds me a lot of my childhood. So let's just go ahead and start with just a medium-sized pan. We're going to put organic, thick coconut milk. So basically it's a full can. I'm only going to make 4. I would suggest, buy the molds, buy 2 packets because these are just going to go flying out of your freezer. Everybody loves them. So I've got the coconut milk in here, organic. Now again, if you want to make it creamier, you can use half organic whipping cream, which is just strictly all fat. So all of my recipes are leaning towards a ketogenic diet or a keto adaptive diet. I live it myself, and this is what I recommend to my patients as well that really want to keep anti-aging, disease prevention, their ideal weight. This is just a great type of a lifestyle. So we all got to have some treats, some emotional treats. So I started out with the coconut milk. I'm going to go ahead and put in raw cacao. Now again, you can taste this for sweetness and for the chocolatey-ish. So approximately about, I'm looking at about 3 tablespoons right now. So I'm going to go ahead and mix that in right now, and then I'll just, if I need a little bit more, I'll add a little bit more. This is Lakanto, which is monk fruit sweetener. It's a very low carb sweetener. And again, I'm going to put about 3 tablespoons as well, and you can always add a little bit more if you need to, depending on your sweetness. This is where the Mexican style comes in. I'm going to add some cinnamon. I'm going to again just probably put about a half of a little less than a half of a teaspoon, and I can always add some more as we go along. And then a little teeny bit of a chipotle. Now you wouldn't think a fudgesicle would have a little chipotle, but remember I said we're putting a little Mexican spin on it. And again, the chipotle will really bring out the sweetness and the richness of the chocolate. So I'm going to go ahead and just really honestly, this is just a pinch. So I don't have that much in there, just a little bit of pinch. You can always add a little bit more if you got this little spicy nature. Now I'm going to go ahead and blend this up. Now if you don't have one of these little Mexican little whisks, then this is from my childhood as well. You can just use this just as easy. So I'm going to go ahead and start with this one here because this is probably what you're going to have at home. So I'm going to just blend it nicely. Now I'm going to let it cook for a little while on medium just so that it thickens up and all of these powders blend beautifully together, okay? Now you are going to want to reduce it down just a little bit, not much, and make sure that all the lumps are out. So this is why we need to cook it for a little bit longer. Now I'm going to be tasting the flavor just to see, just to really balance it all out. Do I need to add a little bit more sweetener? Do I need to add a little bit more kick to the cinnamon or chipotle? So again, you can have fun with this. I've served this to children. They love it too. So even with that little teeny bit of spice, it's fun. But that is strictly optional. You can leave that out if you like, okay? So what's beautiful about these are dairy-free. You're not having any kind of cow dairy in it at all because it's all coconut milk. Remember, I said it was optional if you wanted to use some organic heavy whipping cream as well if you are not dairy sensitive. The thing about whipping cream that we love on a keto adaptive lifestyle is that it doesn't have any carbohydrates, it doesn't have any protein, so it's just strictly a fat. So this is what I love making bulletproof coffees in the morning so that I can go a little longer on intermittent fasting time. So that looks like it's getting pretty good and blended up nicely. And then I'm going to just go ahead and have a little taste of it and see if we've balanced out the flavors just right. Now again, when you stir with a spoon, you can kind of just see it's just really beautiful and creamy there. So I don't see any lumps or what have you. So let me just go ahead and have a little taste of this. In fact, I think I'll put it with this because I may have to taste it again. Let's have a little taste here. Let's see how we balanced it out. So it's perfect. It's got just a teeny bit that when I breathe in, I can just feel a little teeny bit of the spice of the chipotle, but not too much that it's overwhelming. And that chocolate, it just gives it just a beautiful, rich flavor to it. So again, you can test it. You can, if you want a little bit sweeter, or your kid's going to need a little bit sweeter, but I think it's perfectly balanced there. So we're going to go ahead and leave that. And I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. Now this is, I mean, how easy is this? Oh my goodness. This is going to be your favorite popsicle stick for this spring and summertime. Your kids are absolutely going to love you for it. And the nice thing is it's about a little less than 8 carbohydrates. Now what I'm going to do now, because I'm always trying to sneak protein into children's diets. And so I'm going to add a scoop of collagen. So again, I'm just going to go ahead and take a scoop. Now I've turned off the heat now, and so I'm going to make sure that it gets blended nicely. I may have to turn it on a little bit more. So just 1 scoop of that. 1 scoop is about 12 grams of protein in there. So again, anytime that we can stick a little bit of a balanced proteins to carbs, it's always a really great idea. So I'm going to just go ahead and stir this in. Now the collagen will thicken it up a bit, and that's why I just kind of turn off the heat, and it just mixes in so nicely there. And then I'm going to taste it again just to say, I mean, collagen really has no flavor to it. And but don't overdo it, because then it will just take more like a protein bar than a beautiful fudgesicle stick. So I think that looks terrific. You cannot go wrong with these. These are just so unbelievably awesome. When I made these for the first time, everybody's eyebrows went straight up. They're like, oh my God, #1 winner. Perfect. Now you might say, maybe I did put that collagen in there, maybe I could add a teeny bit more sweetener. So I'm going to leave that to your discretion. I'm going to go ahead and place it in here so it's easy for me to pour. It should come up to exactly about 2 cups. Okay. Now your little popsicle sticks you can get on Amazon, or you can go to any culinary store, will have them. And so I'm going to go ahead and fill them up. Now I fill them up to the top. And before I kind of didn't fill them completely to the top, and it left a gap. But again, the very last couple bites, you're going to have to take a little knife and unlodge the chocolate, because it's a little harder to get to, because as you can see, it has kind of a little ½ inch dip there. So again, I will guarantee you'll be getting that knife out and trying to get every last little bit of this. Okay, and if you've got just a little teeny bit extra, this will make an absolutely incredible chocolate drink in the evening. You can keep this in the refrigerator, just heat up some almond milk and put that in there. You'll be like in heaven. Okay, so there you have it. I mean, how easy is this? This is so awesome. Then you go ahead and just place these on. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the hot water, because when you do take these out of the freezer, they're just not going to pop out. You're going to have to put a little bit of hot water directly onto them, and it'll make it really easy for them to come out. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So you're just going to stick these in the refrigerator, just on a shelf, so that they can remain flat. I would definitely keep them in the refrigerator overnight. If you get too excited, they will be done in about 4 hours. But don't take them out too soon, because when you do that, they won't be completely frozen, and then the popsicle part will pop out, but not the ice cream. Okay, just set those over to the side. Now let's have a look here if we can dislodge this. So I am going to see if, okay. So there you have it. Now, don't leave them underneath the water too long, because they will get a little soft, but oh my goodness, look at that. That's awesome, and you are absolutely going to love it. So I can't resist, so I've got to have a bite. Fudgesicle, 100% all the way. Have a great day.